keep forgetting it's actually part 1, because I don't think it's actually a part of the title.
It's just gonna be they were planning on making it a 2-parter, but they're just gonna do a whole new movie. If you are just joining us, we haven't started the show.
I mean, it's effectively
proper.
part 2. It's just not going to be called part 2.
Yeah, it's not going to be called part 2. It is Friday the 13th. I have my 8-bit retro Jason Funko Pop with me today. So we have not started the show proper. Just waiting on break, and we will get started momentarily. But I got some cool stuff today. We're going to have to blow through this news and just basically, if it's just an announcement, just unless there's anything you want to talk about, Eric. Some of these links aren't working. Like the
Which ones?
Wait a minute, that one just worked. I got that one to work too. Never mind. And that one works too. Okay, so we're good. We're good. Closed Nightmare, that's cool. Boom. Boom, boom, boom.
I do want to talk about the mangling of the My Hero Academia title, though.
Okay.
Well, I know they probably couldn't get the license for the full name because the licensor is probably being difficult.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that's on Funimation's end or if that's on the animation studio's end, which would be weird because I'm pretty sure Bandai Namco and Bandai Namco America are the same company. It's just one's the localization branch.
Yeah.
For North America and Europe.
Yep. Jade Empire, wasn't that
and yeah, I do realize what Jeff is trying to say in Facebook, but it's a direct literal translation, and direct literal translations are awful, and they fixed that, only it still doesn't read well because they dropped the colon for whatever fucking reason. And they could have literally put any other thing that like would have been Academy without using Academy.
Yeah. Just waiting on break, man. I saw him here earlier, a few minutes ago. He's probably updating Skype. But then we'll get started. We haven't started the show proper. We'll be starting here real soon. Featuring 8-Bit Jason. I think that's...
Did you buy the 8-Bit Jason thing?
Yeah, I got it a while back. I just happened to see it at GameStop.
Did you pull out the NES copy of the game and play and curse at it because it's awful?
No, I should though. God, that game sucks.
What if they make a movie where the 8-bit NES Jason comes to life and starts killing people?
Yeah. Well, they did introduce the 8-bit uniform in Friday the 13th, the game, the new one, which is cool.
Oh, I know that you just use the color scheme.
Yeah. That's cool, though. I dig that.
Does he make 8-bit sound effects when he does things, though?
I don't know. That's a good question.
It'd be a missed opportunity if it didn't.
That'd be a question to ask Freak 5 if he gets in.
When you kill him, he should die the exact way he dies in that game.
Alright, let's get break on here. Go to call, add people, and then add break. What up, break?
Yo, what's up?
Happy Friday the 13th, man.
Oh, no, this is just like your favorite holiday, huh?
It is.
I think I made a mistake of following Bridget, and because I'm getting horrified by seeing disturbing images on my Twitter feed. Getting murdered.
Yeah, That's Bridget. She's a horror fanatic. He said Eric said he's getting horrified with all the images that you're putting on his timeline.
That sounds a lot better than the politics that are on my timeline.
Oh, I haven't even looked at Twitter lately.
I already have real nightmares to deal with. Real life politicians fucking up the world.
Yeah, exactly.
I was on a Twitter roll this morning.
Yeah.
Hey. Yeah, I don't use Twitter that much, but I'm looking at it right now.
Break, can you tweet out, please, if you haven't done so already?
Yeah, hold on.
Right on.
It's like out of context horde tweets.
Yeah. Let's see. Nope, that's not it. There we go. But let's go here. There we go. All right. You guys let me know when you're ready. I don't know if anybody's in chat, but we haven't started the show proper yet.
I know that was probably from a Friday the 13th movie, but I don't know which.
I don't know either. I don't know what... I haven't been on Twitter in a little bit. Yeah, we got lots of politics to talk. And shit's getting crazy. It's getting crazy in the U.S. of A. United States of asshole politicians. Breakman.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, you ready?
Yeah.
All right. I think I'm...
Hold on.
Okay, no worries. We're holding on for Breakman.
Sorry, dog's bothering me.
That's okay.
I don't know if you've watched any of Leon Thompson's videos or this Renegade Cut series where he just film analysis, but he did one for Life of Brian.
I think I did. I think if it if it's the same guy I think of, then yeah, I might have. All right, you guys ready to rock and roll?
I guess.
You all right there, Break?
Yeah.
All right. You ready, Eric?
Yeah.
All right, let's get this party started, man. Friday 13th style. With even a retro Jason. I don't know if you guys see that, but I even have the 8-bit retro Funko Pop of Jason. He'll be accompanying us today. All right, here we go.
Screw Funko.
You're not collecting pops, are you?
No, I just saw it at GameStopo and I got it because it was fucking cool. All right, here we go, guys. Welcome, everybody, to episode 485 of RPGrinders. I'm your host, alongside my trusty cohorts, Eric the Great, Breakman the Bold. Gentlemen, on this glorious Friday the 13th, how are you?
But actually, there's more than one Friday the 13th for a year.
Yeah.
Actually, we're going to get into that a little later and what I mean by that.
Yeah. What about you, Break? How was your week?
It's okay. It's really nice outside right now. So I'm inside on a show.
So, yeah. Well, I mean, we could always change it. Like, we could like cancel the show
right
now.
I quit. I'll see you guys later.
you quit till next week, Break.
It rains next week.
Actually, today's cold. It's been like super hot, but today was like really cold. So it's just kind of weird. We've been having great like short weather around here, but today I don't know if you can see, but
well, we've had a roller coaster of hot coldness.
Yeah,
and currently it's in the high 70s. It's nice.
Oh, high 70s. God, you guys.
It's not nice. This is fucked up, man.
It's beautiful outside right now. It's supposed to be more like it's supposed to be in around I think the low 60s or something for the high in April. So it's probably going to rebound a bit, and it's going to go back to the 60s probably.
Yeah, well, it's still
before it gets in the 70s and 80s. Probably by like late April, it's supposed to be 70-ish.
So this is what I'm just saying. This is what global warming does. It and climate change does. It makes situations that would otherwise be normal more extreme.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yes, we get a heat increase, but we get a major heat increase.
Yeah, it's weird because here we've been having like unusually hot weather past 3 years at least that I can remember. But all right, well, we got tons of news, so let's go ahead and get started with the news. We're going to try to breeze through the news very quickly because we got tons of it, but we also have tons and tons of news to get through. So Eric, let's start with the news.
Yeah, the first off, we've got Atlas has revealed the final Etrian game, Etrian X, for the Nintendo 3DS. Well, not the final Etrian, the final one on the 3DS. But a lot of people hoped it was going to be Etrian Until 3, but they already said that they weren't going to do that. Yeah. And this game's going to be more like a best-of collection that features pretty much every class from every entry up to now.
Yeah.
Plus a couple more like Hero, which haven't been classes before, and they're set up exactly like the Hero class from Dragon Quest VII.
I couldn't get into the Etrian Odyssey games. They were a little too difficult for my liking, but you know.
Well, the newer ones have a beginner difficulty, so that make it easy for you.
Still harder, I think, than the normal RPG, but no, they're cool games. The aesthetics of them are always great, but I don't know, I just couldn't get into them. But anyways,
technically, it's cross on X. But yeah.
All right, so do we have any date when it's going to get over here or not?
I'm worried whether or not even if it will, because we've heard no word about them localizing Mystery Dungeon or Etrian Mystery Dungeon 2.
Yeah.
And it took forever for them to announce 5.
Yeah.
But I've kind of every confidence that we're going to get both of them. It's just a matter of when are they going to announce it, when are they going to release it.
Yeah, maybe a little bit. All right, let's go to the next story break.
Coming to us live from RPG's site, Ease 8, Lacrimosa of Dana releases on...
Yeah, Dana.
D-A-N-A.
Yeah, it's Dana.
In what language?
Japanese.
Well, they need to change that because in American it's Dana.
Yeah, damn it. All right.
Actually, that is her name. So it's a name.
Yeah. So
in America, Donna's spelled with an O. Dana's spelled with an A.
Quit disrespecting Donna.
I've seen Donnas with A's.
I know a Dana. It's D-A-N-A.
Yeah, I'm not talking about Dana.
This is
I
America.
have a cousin named Dana, but that's not this.
Eric, this is America. If you're here, you need to speak American, man.
Yep. Just like when people come into this country, they change their names. Anyway, this game is coming out on April
you can change your names from Chinese name to like something like Freddie Lee in that terrible dub of the Legend of the Drunken Master.
Yeah,
I know a few people who've immigrated and they're changed their first name to like Sarah and Mike and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And you get kind of an abbreviated version of their last name, not usually the full name. Yeah. Anyway, the game features content in the PlayStation 4 version of the game, including the updated localization. Those who purchase the PC version within a week from launch will receive the following content: Adults, Adventure Essential DLC, including the Silver Armor and Adventurer's Clothes. Digital mini art book, so you dress like Indiana Jones. Digital soundtrack sampler. Oh, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
Laxia's Eternian Scholar costume.
Some Steam is that it can't give you a physical thing.
Yeah.
No, I hate like sampler soundtracks. Like that's.
Yeah. Sampler soundtracks suck. Like you would think, like on the PC, if you really wanted to make it a selling point, you'd give like a full soundtrack.
Yeah, you'd make like a deluxe digital edition, and then you'd like charge the the price of the game plus the price of the soundtrack.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
'cause when you get those samplers, you never get the
good
song that you
songs.
wanted the most.
I'll buy it on
Yeah.
iTunes.
Yeah, exactly. All right, that's
I
enough.
think what XC used to do is they give you like a collection soundtrack from like the entire series.
Yeah.
It's better than a sampler because it sounds more like a full soundtrack, but it's not a full soundtrack of the game per se.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to the next story coming to us from RPGsite.net. Mercenary Saga Chronicles is getting a physical edition on Switch this summer. So there you go. Doesn't have a real date there, but you will get a physical copy on the Nintendo Switch. So
It looks like a game I would enjoy.
yeah, this looks a lot like Final Fantasy Tactics in a way. So I was thinking that Break might be the one to hop on this one if you had a Switch. But all right, Eric, next story, please.
Next story is Disgaea remake for the PS4 and the Switch gets a date for Japan of July 26th, and there's going to be a 9,200 yen limited edition that includes the original soundtrack, a daily desktop calendar, and a special Make box. Will also re-release.
Weird.
I think they wrote that fucking wrong, and they didn't want to sound too weak, so they could have just said omake, because that's what omake means, like special.
Oh, okay. Well, cool.
So it's just a special box then?
Yeah, it's just a box you
Special
put the game
collector's
in.
box, like every collector's edition.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha.
All right, let's move on to the next story. Break.
I think it's a box specifically for the swag, though. I
It's
think
a box of glitter on.
Yeah. Break. This next story is very appropriate.
Coming to us live from Gamatsu. Nippon Ichi Software live action horror adventure Closed Nightmare launches for PS4 and Switch in Japan on July 19th.
Yeah, that's the story right there. And they have a preview of this game that I put up on the screen there. Probably will not come here, but I'd be interested to see what kind of game.
there's no reason that they wouldn't.
You never see those type of games come over here. Like
Because the naysayers like you, it's all your fault, Frank.
Yeah, it's all my fault. Blame me. I get blamed
So I
for
just
everything
did.
anyways. Yeah, there you go. All right, next story comes to us from Gamatsu. Compile Heart launches virtual YouTuber. I don't even know how to say this. Ilheart, I guess.
Ilheart.
Ilheart. Okay. Ultimate Weapon teased yesterday for new game, but rather for Ilheart, the company's new official virtual YouTuber. So here's the description. As the official virtual YouTuber of Compile Heart, Ilheart burst onto the scene as the result of momentum and a snap decision. She's always got her cuteness on, but slip-ups occur often. Rumor has it she is the youngest of 4 sisters. I don't even know why this is a
always
story.
got her cuteness on.
Yeah.
I saw the first video that they made, and I there was no English subtitles available at the time for the captions support, but they kind of remind me of the Kaguya Luna account that's on YouTube.
Yeah. It's this is kind of a growing trend too, having like virtual YouTubers, because I'm guessing that they're sick and tired of the shitty YouTubers that are out there right now.
Like Logan Paul
Like a bunch of people, man. All right.
or PewDiePie's or any number of other people.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Eric, let's go on to the next one.
Fucking Channel Awesome, dude. Fuck that guy.
Yeah, let's go on to the next.
Next story is that Iconoclast is coming to Switch. No date given, but I'm going to assume it's going to happen sometime in the fall.
Okay, cool.
It says MP2 games will handle the porting of the Switch version.
That's
It'll be playable for the first time at EGX Res at from April 13th to 15th, so next week. That's when EGX starts. Or this weekend. Today is April 13th.
Yep, there you go. All right, break. Next story, please.
Coming to us live from Gamatsu. Mega Man X Legacy Collection 1 and 2 launched July 24th in North America and Europe.
All right.
Mega Man X game is going to come on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC on July 24th, as I said, for $19.99 American dollars, 19.99 euros, and 15.99 pounds.
Ah, okay. You excited for this?
Let me see here. The Legacy Collection 1 and 2 set containing both Legacy X Collection and Legacy X Collection 2 will also be available for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Switch for $39.99.
It's the price of both of them, basically.
Yeah. So no actual deals. Just
In Japan, they're released separately, and that's probably a good idea considering the second set has all of the weak games in the series, X5 through X8. And even though I enjoyed X8, I recognize it has a lot of flaws, like the fact that the character models are fucking ugly, the levels are bland, and you have to do weird challenge room mini games.
All the X levels after
and the uninspired named and designed magnet boxes as well.
It's actually
but
7.
The only real good things about X8 are the comboing system that Zero has, and the shields and the rescue function that you can do super attack with. Basically anything gameplay related is good, but everything else is kind of eh.
Yeah, what were you saying, Break?
I was gonna say, after he was talking about naming. After 7 had the best names for characters.
Yeah.
The hyena, I forget. What?
Metal Shark Player.
Yeah,
that's
Metal Shark
6.
Player.
Yeah, nothing gets better than Metal Shark.
I thought that was 7.
That was X6.
Okay, 6.
Metal
6 had the best names. That was
Yeah, that's awesome.
But again, like
Commander
you're saying,
Yamark.
Yeah.
That's a good name though. That's just a straightforward name.
Yeah. What were you saying, Break?
For me, after X3, all the levels became really bland.
Just
not the really bland. Some of them were extremely lazy. Like in X8, 2 of the levels are the ride cycle levels, and they're automated and not fun.
All right. Any more?
And X8's worst feature is the way it handles extra lives. You start out with 3 retry chips that you have to buy more of, and you could expand up to 2 extra ones if you get enough medals to buy the thing that lets you do that.
All right.
That was annoying.
Right. Anything else on this collection?
It's better than Zero's retried chip system, but it's still awful because it's the retried chip system.
Yeah. All right, let's move on.
There's new modes and visual improvements and stuff like that, but there better be.
Yeah, because some of those games.
X6 better have kept the voice acting because for some unknown reason, when the collection got ported to the PS2, they decided to cut it out for whatever reason. So it's this low budget game has an even lower budget now.
Are these games worth getting? Are they any good at all, or are they?
The first collection is at
least. Yeah, the first he's right first, but not so much the second.
But it doesn't matter since buying this game on PSN is the same price. It's $20, and you're getting all of them anyway. So.
Okay.
I think you really have to be a fan to get the second collection.
Yeah. I might pick up
the disc release just to have it on the Switch.
Yeah. The way those games are made, they're not made for people who are new to the series. They're difficult in stupid ways.
Yeah.
They're made for old farts like me.
Yeah. And they're just there's a lot of not fun in this game. It's just a lot of not fun.
And that sucks for newcomers.
Yeah.
You would have thought they would have accounted for that.
Well, no, they only do that if they were making a new game, and this is probably what it's for. It's how many people still like Mega Man X?
Yeah,
all the old people will probably end up buying it, and then they might do something afterwards.
Yeah. Hopefully, because you guys are huge Mega Man fans, so hopefully they do something good.
Great, do you want to do a Mega Man X podcast? Not about the various ways that each one's terrible in the latter half.
No, because that means I'd have to go back and play those again, and I really don't want to do that.
He doesn't want to put himself through that torture. All right, hopefully this next story won't be torturous, guys. This comes to us from Gamatsu. Yokai Watch 4 announced for the Switch, and it will launch in Japan in 2018. I like how they didn't give us any date on that whatsoever. So there you go. If you're a yokai fan, get ready for it. All right, Eric, next story.
Next story is, well, I kind of hope Yokai Watch 3 even makes it to the US, but before that, or after that, heal a broken family through soothing their nightmares and lucid dream. Lucy's mother is all she has left, and she is sick, seemingly afflicted by an evil within her. While Lucy may be confined to her wheelchair, she is free to help her mother by exploring her subconscious, meeting the surreal beings that exist within her dreams, and banishing the demons in her mind. In the adventure game Lucid Dream. So it's adventure horror, I guess.
Did you skip a story, or I don't see that story, Eric? I'm on the giraffe one.
Yeah,
no.
You skipped the story, Frank.
Oh, did I?
He's on the right story, yeah.
All right, my bad. All right.
It came right after the Yokai Watch 4 one.
Okay, cool. I must have.
You overlooked one.
I might have overlooked it, yeah.
But it's available on Steam now as an early access game.
Okay, there you go. I might as well do the next story break since I mentioned it. Giraffe. This comes to us from Siliconera. Giraffes are good for grappling and gliding in action RPG The Adventure Pals. You know what? I just looked at the video, and this looks good. This looks really good. I'm actually interested, man.
This looks like something that the Behemoth would do. Yeah, this does look fun.
Yeah, it looks.
I want to see more.
Yeah, I do. I'm curious. Looks real cute and fun, and
I didn't know giraffes could glide, though.
I know. Is it like
what? Everybody? I thought everybody knew that. They taught us that in like 4th grade. Jeez.
Yeah. It's called Adventure Pals.
I mean, go to any zoo.
Wait, is that what they use their long necks for? They just kind of wind up like a helicopter, and then they that's how they glide.
They go up really high, and then it like unwinds the neck, and they just glide down.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, hell yeah, man. Who wouldn't want to use a giraffe to glide? Oh, he's using his tongue. I don't know if you guys saw that. He uses his tongue. That's cool.
So he's like Yoshi.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really cool. I dig this. So I don't know. There's not a date on it, but I'm interested.
It's available now. That's why.
Yeah, it's available now on PS4, Xbox One.
I'm gonna look into getting a review code for this because I didn't know it was out already.
That's cool. Nintendo Switch, Good Old Gamer, and Steam. So it's available on almost all platforms. So yeah, it looks interesting. I dig it. That's cool. All right, break. Next story.
Coming to us live from Siliconera, Deathmark is heading to Xbox One. Okay. Summer of 2018. There's no actual date.
So this is
another platform is confirmed. What? Another platform has been confirmed for Deathmark.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's just coming to the Xbox One, and there's
I hope that experience brings us over.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That would be cool. All right, Eric.
It's an English account, or they follow me, so maybe I could just tweet them. It says, "I really like to see this in North America and Europe."
Yeah, tweet them, tell them, bring it over here. We'll play it. All right, Eric. Next story.
Or at least get Nisa to like localize it for us, or someone who's interested in actually doing visual novel releases in the West.
Maybe Atlas will pick it up or somebody. I don't know. All right.
Atlas would be a bad choice. I think Axis Games would be a better choice.
Yeah, there you go. All right, Eric. Next story.
Next story. Fate Extella Link. Fate. Let's see. Fate Extella Link. Coming to PlayStation 4 and PlayStation Vita in the West. Surprisingly, no PC and Switch versions announced, but I'm sure they'll come in the future.
Yeah.
Just like the last one.
Yep.
But it's one of the 4 games that Marvelous announced a couple days ago. It's a sequel to Fate Extella, the Umbrella Star, and it will be released for the aforementioned platforms in winter 2018, which may as well be next year.
Yeah.
Because that's usually what winter of the year means.
Yeah.
It's like they're thinking in fiscal terms.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll go ahead and do the next 2 stories since they're kind of related to this. Also from Siliconera, Senran Kagura Burst Renewal headed westward on PS4 and PC in fall 2018. Yeah, so there you go. There's that Senran story. Next Senran story from Siliconera. Senran Kagura Reflections, bringing hand-holding to the West in summer 2018 as well. And I showed the trailer for it, so a decent lineup. So that's cool. Decent lineup.
Kind of, I think it's supposed to be kind of like a visual novel / dating sim type of game.
Yeah, it is. It's some weird visual novel dating.
It used to be called Refle in Japan, but Reflections is a good alternative.
Yeah. All right, break. Next story.
So coming to us live from the Silicon Era, Cavia's Xbox 360 action shooter Bullet Witch headed to PC on April 25th.
Yep, and this is also related to
I request a review code, but I do have to ask why, because this game is notoriously awful.
Yeah.
But I think that's part of why people like it as a cult classic.
It's sort of like that one game. What is it? It's sort of like Heavy Rain, but not. What do you know what I'm talking about?
Deadly Premonition.
Yes, Deadly Premonition.
Only Deadly Premonition was a third-person shooter with open world exploration like GTA, and nothing like Heavy Rain.
Yeah, but you knew what I was talking about when I said it. So there you go.
I mean, yeah, I guess in a way when they're doing cutscenes, it kind of is, but.
Yeah. All right, break.
Along with the incredibly bad voice acting.
Yeah. All right, break. Next story, please.
Coming to us live from RPG site, indie action RPG Moonlighter launches in May.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, the game will run at $19.99. You can find a Steam page. Have fun with that.
And I'm looking at it now. I did not look at this one before we started the show, and it looks decent too. I'm curious. It
looks very old school Zelda like.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm totally down for a game like this. Looks good. So, all right.
Also, another interesting thing about Deadly Premonition is that your car does need gas. You have to get gas at intervals.
All right. Does the next story need gas, Eric? Next story, please.
Well, it depends. Let's see. Sinner's Sacrifice is coming to Switch, which still doesn't have a release date in the for the other platforms, but it's coming.
What kind of game is this?
But this is probably why it's been delayed to Q3 of 2018.
Yeah. What is it? Like, I'm looking at it. What is it?
It's a Dark Souls-like game.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I kind of got that impression from the little bit that I just saw here, but okay. All right, that's cool.
The fall release will cost $18.99, which is $1 less than most titles that are $20 or whatever.
Yeah. No, that's a good price point.
Maybe they're taking into account tax.
That's a good price.
Let's give them a break and give them $1 off.
That's a good price point for a Switch game, because most Switch games are $60 still. All right.
Well, I think it's digital release. That's all.
Next story's kind of interesting, guys. Jade Empire, Knights of the Old Republic 2, which sucks, and the Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind.
2 doesn't suck. It's just not as good as 1.
It sucks, dude. It's not.
Well, the problem with 2 is they cut content.
Yeah.
That too.
They cut too much content, and it was just. I thought it was a mess.
The game was over like relatively quickly.
Yeah, I didn't like 2. I thought it was a jumbled mess, but that's probably because they
I
cut
like
the
parts
content.
of 2, like the refinements to the gameplay, but it did feel like a giant rehash of the first game.
Yeah, the first game was excellent. Jade Empire is kind of an underappreciated game too. I'd like that game.
Well, here's this guy that's the Mandalore from the first game. Only we're not calling him by his name. Instead, we're just calling him Mandalore.
You know what I wish they would make backwards.
And here's not AK-47, totally AK-47.
Yeah. You know what game I wish was backwards compatible?
Did you say AK-47?
Yeah, AK-47.
HK, okay. I was like, AK-47, what?
I did, and then I corrected myself.
What you call it? I wish Darkness would be backwards compatible with the Xbox. That'd be really cool.
Where the hell is my Resonance of Fate BC compatibility?
Yeah, there you go.
At least I get Panzer Dragoon Aura to play.
Yeah, that's a good game. I forgot about that game. People talking about how they want Tales of Vesperia Magna Carta would be a good one.
Tales of Vesperia still isn't on the PC.
Infinite Undiscovery. I think that
Fuck that game.
No, I like that game.
Fuck it.
How dare you? How dare you? And Magna
Frank
Carta
doesn't know good quality games.
No.
We established that long ago.
Yeah, we did have this chat long ago. Infinite Undiscovery, there's stuff to love in that game. So, how dare you? How dare you besmirch Infinite Undiscovery and Magna Carta for that matter?
It's more like you could love it, but then you'd have to put up with all the bullshit, and the bullshit's not worth putting up.
Bullshit's not. All right, maybe the next one's worth it, Eric. Next story, please.
Next story is Punchline is coming west to PS4 and PS Vita.
Yeah.
Courtesy of P-Cube. And it is an anime game combo, and this is the game portion. Who was written by Infinity and Zero Escape creator Kotaro Uchikoshi, and there's a tension of a world-ending catastrophe. There are high-stake action scenes, but most of all, women's underwear is the mot du jour.
I'm looking at it, and if this isn't a pervy game, I don't know what is, man. Like, they're showing like. It says
when main character Yuta sees panties twice in a row, the Earth goes boom. His libido just explodes and kills everything.
I don't get the Japanese obsession with panties.
You know what? That's a good question. I don't know. Maybe.
I want what's inside the panties.
Because when you're releasing pervy games on the consoles, your options are limited because hardware developers frown upon actual nudity and sexual content. So you kind of have to like be imaginative and get into weird shit like panty rating.
I guess.
Oh no! I think developers need to grow up. If they want to do an adult game, do an adult game.
You know
no,
what?
Developers want to do adult games, but the fucking hardware developers won't let them.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, like, that's true too. Do it illegally.
You know, I wish that there would
do
be
on your
like,
own.
I said I wish there would be a company, like a big company, that would do a big release that's adult only. And I know some of the retailers would be pissed off, but maybe they do a budget title that they didn't.
You don't sell your game on a retail space. That's not a problem.
Hold on, Eric. Let me finish. I want a major company, like I don't know, Atlas or Square Enix, to do like an adult only game and have it budget, so that way when they sell it at like the porn shops and stuff, it like sells gangbusters, and then they could start thinking about like allowing adults only in retail, you know.
See, that's the thing. They've done adult games in the past, and they've been cheesy fun for the most part. The good ones. And then most of them have just been bad. But
it says here, I'm going to read further. It says, despite the very low-hanging fruit to show she was go after first, that'd be the fan service, it ended up a guilty pleasure of mine, a strong core mystery, and a charming cast go a long way. And so the game, you control Yuta after his first panty accident leaves him at an out-of-body experience. As a ghost, you get to play around the environment unseen by the rest of the cast, kind of like Ghost Trick, but leaning more on the visual novel side.
Yeah.
And the idea is to try to get back to your body.
Yeah.
So Derek, do you just not listen to me at all and just talk when you feel like it, or I'm just wondering.
Yeah.
Well, Frank has a tendency to just move on as soon as you're done. That's why.
I wasn't done. I was like in the middle of a sentence, and you just started in. And I'm like, okay, whatever.
All right, Blake, your turn. What do we got?
No, what were we even talking about? I can't remember.
All right, next story, Blake.
I've moved on. No, I was gonna say like we need them to do an adult title that's mature. Like it's actually a realistic adult title. Like try and not make crap. Like make something for adults. You know what I mean?
I thought
You mean like something with actual substance and not something that like Adult Swim would pump out?
Yeah.
Yeah, as opposed to like what we've gotten like BMX XXX.
Yeah,
like,
I agree.
There's boobs and there's poop. Yeah.
Didn't they have to recall that game?
I think probably. They did. Yeah. I actually Break. I agree with you. I thought Heavy Rain kind of did a good job. With handling a lot of mature themes. It may not have been the greatest.
Are you insane, Frank?
Eric.
Are you really that dumb?
Wait, are you going to let me talk? Eric, hang on a second. Before you make your opinion, let me speak, dude.
No, Frank, we don't like letting you. Oh, I'm sorry.
How dare
I
you?
myself.
How dare you? How dare you? You're exiled. I thought they did a pretty good job with the mature themes. I mean, I'm not saying the game was great. I thought it was really good. It wasn't excellent by any stretch. It wasn't something I recommend people go out and buy at full price, but maybe at a budget price. Like, I mean,
so you're saying like maybe are you saying the story was better than the gameplay?
No, I'm saying, well, yeah, the gameplay.
The story was fucking awful.
The story was not awful.
Yes, because Ethan and the girl having sex, even though Ethan's in this vulnerable position where he's trying to save his son, is really acceptable.
Awkward.
That makes all the sense in the world.
Eric, think about what you just said.
That makes perfect sense to me.
I know.
Not if you played the game and understood what was going on at the point. It does not make sense.
I hear what you're saying, Eric, but it was kind of shoehorned.
David Cage doesn't understand humans.
Eric,
he thinks he kind of emulates what he sees in cinema.
Yeah,
and
Eric.
This bumbled mess that's fucking Heavy Rain.
Okay, Eric, I liked Heavy Rain. All right, I know, I'm not in the minority when it comes to Heavy Rain. There were
I think way too many people like it.
Yeah, it was a good game. It wasn't a great game. It was a good game. I agree with you. The sex was shoehorned in, but the mature themes in that game, including the sex, is what we're talking about. Like, I would not mind a game with better gameplay and the same type of themes and maybe even nudity and sex, because I am older than dirt, and if I want to play a game with sex and mature themes, then that's what I want to play. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think the time is coming very near where the average age of a gamer is going to be like 40, 45 years old. So I think we can handle it, is what I'm saying. I don't want to be bound to playing water.
Yeah, it's like you're choosing not to capitalize on a market that they could be.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Because they think they're above such things.
And I'm not saying
because of kids,
right?
Because of kids, it comes back to like we don't want to offend parents, like kids.
Right.
These are video games. These are toys. These are for kids.
Right, but what I'm saying is...
Well, I'm saying that's what the image that they're going with. That's what Microsoft thinks. Yeah. That's what Nintendo thinks.
Right.
And this isn't just limited in North America either. In Japan, they think video games are largely something that kids do.
Right. Mm-hmm. No, I understand this, but...
Especially in Japan.
No, I get all that, but I think we're past that point.
So it's like, yeah, there is PC, but not everybody is into the whole PC thing.
I'm not.
Like
Frank, we're not disagreeing with you. We're saying that this is what the big guys think.
No, I understand that, but what I'm saying...
They want the most money available, and they don't want to risk losing money in business because people get angry at them for releasing stuff like this.
Right.
Oh my god, yeah, they don't want to... They're afraid of getting boycotted.
Right.
Don't go with Nintendo. They show boobies. I don't know. I don't know what the chance would be.
Hence what I said earlier.
Nintendo don't keep clothes on women. You discriminate.
Nintendo don't like the dick.
On that note, next story, Breakman.
Shit, I forgot where we were. Let me see, we did the punchline one, right? Comes to us on Destructoid. Rival Mega Gun is a PvP-centric shmup coming to Switch and other platforms. That's interesting, a PvP shmup?
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Drake can fuck each other over Twinkle Star Sprite style.
That's interesting. That sounds kind of fun.
It looks good. I'm looking at it. It looks pretty good.
And it is on the Xbox One, so I could play with Break if I want to get a live subscription again.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, it doesn't say when it's coming, though.
Yeah, alright.
Just says coming.
Yeah.
I do have the press release, but yeah, I don't think it put a date on that either.
It looks interesting, looks cool. You probably can obliterate your opponent on the other side there, but I would hope for a local. It's not local, is it?
It says split screenplay, and it doesn't say anything about online. So I'm guessing it is local.
Yeah. So
that's kind of sad if it's not online.
Yeah, I know. That would suck. All right, let's move on to the next story from Gamatsu. This is
Well, it didn't say online. It didn't say local only. It did say split screen. But that split screen implies local only, but it may not necessarily be the case. Maybe the other screen's just there so you could see your opponent.
Yeah, we're going to go on to the next story, Eric. From Gamatsu, Record of Lodoss War 2D side-scrolling action game announced for PC. This is interesting. From the studio behind Shin Megami Tensei Synchronicity Prologue. So yeah, we're getting who knew that we would get a Record of Lodoss War 2D side-scrolling game? No date.
It says PC Steam, so that means the US release, I guess.
I guess it doesn't really have much information. There's no. Oh, there is a little bit of gameplay. It's like looks like beta.
Deedle is basically a la carte.
Yeah, yeah. I was
it's
say,
basically Symphony Night.
It looks a lot like Castlevania, but I anything to do with Record of Lodoss War, I'm totally down. I always wondered why they wouldn't do a remake of the Dreamcast game, the excellent Dreamcast.
I don't know if that's a good one.
I like it. I think it's really good, and
it's probably better than the SNES game, but that's fine.
Yeah, no, it's good. I played it. It's a good game. All right, next story, Eric.
Well, considering the Dreamcast has slim pickings, but no.
I thought it was an excellent game. Go ahead, Eric.
For games of that type, but Last Bible 3 gets a fan translation in English. And it's the third game in the Megami Tensei spin-off subseries originally released on Super Famicom. I think this is a Game Gear game. Or maybe I'm thinking of Revelations 2 or something.
Yeah,
but,
I have.
This may be Last Bible 3 for the SFC. I'm just getting my games mixed up.
I've never played any of these games, so I couldn't tell you the first thing about them.
But since the Last Bible series is developed by Atlas as Megami Tensei games aimed towards a wider audience, including children, and I think the game's set up kind of a bit more like Pokemon.
Okay, well. There you go. If you're a hardcore Atlas / or Megami Tensei person, this would be right up your alley. So you're getting it. Cool. All right, that does it for the news. Finally, gentlemen. Let's see. Any homie discounts? I don't think we have any homie discounts. There is a flash sale for horror games that's going on. I don't know about the PS Plus games in Japan. I'm not worried about that. But what?
Oh, I forgot to delete that. Sorry. Yeah,
that's all right. We got
from last week.
Some of the highlights are you can get Alien Isolation, the collection, for $12. That's a steal. That's a good game. I've been playing a little bit of that. So Amnesia, the collection, for $8.99. That's a good price right there. If you like running. If you like running away from things like Outlast, BioShock Collection's $20, but that's almost always $20. Darksiders 2, the Definitive Edition, for $6. That's a good pickup. There's a bunch of stuff, so just look on the website there, the PlayStation website. You can see all kinds of great deals, including Until Dawn for $6. That's a good price too. It's kind of horror themed with this being Friday the 13th and all. So there you go. Whoa. Hey, Dungeon Buster's in there. He's been lurking. He says he's dodging the adult game combo. Yeah, Metroidvania Lodoss War is what Dungeon Buster says that game. But there's some good sales on PlayStation right now. I don't know what he means
by that, but whatever.
Metroidvania Lodoss War, like Metroidvania, but it's Lodoss. All right. So what have you been playing, Break? Did we lose Break?
I think maybe.
Oh shit! We must have lost Break. Okay. What have you been playing, Eric?
Don't tell me you muted again.
I don't know. Maybe he did. Oh, he said be right back. He'll be right back. Oh. What have you been playing, Eric?
I've played a lot of Story of the Seasons, Trio of Towns, and I got like 17 hours in, and I feel like that's a good place to write a review for. Because while there is an ending to the game, it takes a long time to get there. Mm-hmm. And there's a post-game. The game just basically continues after that point. But so it's more or less a game with a goal, but it's a game that you can just keep playing until you get tired of it.
Okay. What else?
But so the review of that's up on TotallyChain.com, along with the review of The Witch and the Hundred Knight 2, which is not nearly as good as the first game. The first game had problems.
Yeah. All right.
And
what else?
Detective Pikachu, which is like a Telltale game, only the plot is nice and cute and Pokemon related.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have the tentacle issues that appear in most Telltale games.
Yeah.
And it's probably also written better, because Telltale games have late pretty much become the same goddamn game, but with a different skin on them.
Yeah.
I mean, I liked the Batman Telltale game, but I hear the Evil Within's kind of like, eh.
Yeah, I have not played those. I'm interested, though. I kind of like Telltale.
And I think it's gotten to the point where Telltale should just release movies of these things instead of making games on them and making them slightly interactive, even though your choices ultimately don't matter in the end.
Yeah. Hey, Breakman, I think you're back
Well,
now.
I don't know. Like the last, well, I shouldn't say the last, but I know the second Walking Dead Telltale game, it started offering like multiple endings and such.
Yeah.
Are they different endings, or are they just slight variations on one ending?
To be honest, I've only seen the one because I was lazy, so I can't really answer that.
Hey, Break, did we get any Twitter questions or comments? I see you, Bridget. Bridget's in chat, too.
Did you get a dead silence from my answer?
I mean, yeah, you do get the option of like staying in a shelter or going to this one place, but ultimately you end up in the same place you would in the third.
Spoilers
Yeah.
for people who haven't played those games. Spoiler territory. Hey, what was I gonna say? Dungeon says I went back to Monster Hunter World from the Spring Blossom event. His palico looks like Mega Man now. That's cool.
Yeah, I've seen the images
the
of Mega
super
Man on
blocky
Twitter.
Minecrafty looking Mega Man that reminds me of the blocky Minecraft Mighty Number 9 skin that was offered with Mighty Number 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that image on Twitter. It really looks especially weird in the Monster Hunter world.
Can I just have the palico?
Not that I wouldn't do it, but I'm just saying.
Just have the palico where he's dressed like Mega Man instead of looking like the blocky one. It's like, I think Monster Hunter 4 did that.
So we didn't get anything on Twitter. You guys need to send. Actually, I'll put out a challenge to everybody out there that's listening. Send us a comment, maybe your favorite horror movie to @RPGrinders on Twitter, and we'll make sure to mention it on the air next week because we need to keep.
I got a better
busy.
one. Instead of your favorite horror movie, how about your favorite kill in a horror movie?
Ooh, that's even better. That's awesome. All right, what have you been playing, Break?
Well, I was gonna say the same old, but then I would lie because I started a new game, and I haven't had much time to play it, but I started Gears of War 4.
Nice. That's awesome, dude. Did you buy it or?
Somebody bought it for me. So.
Ah, there you go. All right, cool. 4K. You don't have an X. I have the 4K patch. Looks really pretty. It still looks pretty.
Did you play the remake of Gears of War?
No, I skipped that.
Did you, Frank?
I did not. I am curious to know the differences.
Do they I want to know if they fixed the ram fight, so it's like not a bullshit fight, where you basically have to kill him before he gets to the other end of the corridor, because moving at any point in that fight is pretty much instant death.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the final fight with him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anything else?
Yeah, I couldn't do that one by myself. That one took I needed another human being to do that one.
I did it by myself on like the easiest and normal difficulties, but when I got to like the hardest difficulty, I couldn't do it. No, it was too difficult.
The last boss you're talking about on Gears?
Yeah,
it's a difficult boss. All right. Anything else?
He was like, you were getting swarmed by these little fucking.
Yep.
I don't know. They look like bat things or something. I don't know what the fuck they were.
Yeah, and they kicked
while
the
you're
shit
trying to
out
fight
of
him. It was stupid.
Yeah.
It was really stupid.
And he is like basically a minigun and shoots at all times almost.
Yep.
Yes.
All right, Break. What else have you been playing, man?
So I'm not far in that one, so I don't want to really speak on it. I don't know what's going on. I do like that the first couple of levels were like, here's the past,
Yeah.
and then here's something else in the past, and then here's something else in the past, relive these moments.
I reviewed Gears 4. The only problem I have with it is it's kind of stale at this point. There are a couple holy shit moments, but I thought it ended way too quick. But whatever.
And I played some multiplayer, even though I'm not very, because I usually prefer to play all the way through the story before I get into multiplayer. But I was like, whatever. I'm just gonna try multiplayer. It's like it's still Gears. It hasn't really changed that much.
Yeah.
So I hope that Data 4 kind of breaks the mold a bit too, and it feels a little fresher at least.
I guess.
But no, I said I'm hoping. I'm not saying it does.
Yeah.
I'm talking about God of War, not Gears of War.
Oh, God of War. I thought you were talking Gears, dude.
God of War is one of those franchises. Like, man, I wish I had a PlayStation because I really like what they're doing. Like, it's really innovative. Like, in the last game, like they gave him a son, and now like his son's like an integral part of the story and the gameplay, and it's just like that's like the game has grown up with the people that played it. You know,
and
because a lot of the people that played it is like they're teenagers at the time. They're fathers now.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. No, that's a great point, Breakman, and it looks really good too. God of War looks fantastic. I think I'm gonna pick it up at some point. I don't know if I'm gonna.
I kind of do want it to end with him dying, the series ending, but
no, I don't want the series to end. That series is really good. Why do you want something to end? That's.
I know. Like there's still lots of things for him to kill, right?
Yeah.
And besides, didn't he die already and come back?
It doesn't necessarily have to be Kratos, though, that does the killing. That's what I mean. It's like the series can continue, but maybe he doesn't have to be a part of it.
Well, maybe we'll see.
No, I mean, they can definitely do that. They just got to do it right.
Yeah.
Because we've seen franchises continue with new characters, and we've seen franchises fall flat on their face with new characters.
Yep,
so,
exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, but I don't think it's because of the new characters that it fell flat on its face. I think it's because of everything else they did.
Yeah.
True. It's
All
true.
right. Let's move on.
People like to use the new character as a scapegoat.
Yeah. Yep. All right,
yes.
Like, because Devil May Cry 4 says like it wasn't the fact that Nero was in the game that ruined it. It was the fact that they did all this other stuff around him.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to our stinkos. Breakman, kick it off.
Did you guys do what you were playing?
Yeah, we did.
Yes.
I played a little MPQ. That's all I played.
Oh, okay. I have a few stinkos.
Okay.
My first stinko goes to everybody knows what's going on with Facebook and Congress right now, or Congress is grilling Mark Zuckerberg over Facebook and what happened where some company was getting data or some information.
Yeah, Cambridge Analytica specifically.
Okay, so and if you've been watching any of this or seeing any of this, we should make this a lull, but you'll find out our politicians are completely out of touch with reality. They don't understand electronics or technology or internet or Facebook at all. And why I bring this up as a stinko is because they're talking about regulating it.
Yep.
Why you don't know what's going on. We could make 1,000 jokes about some of the stupidest shit you've said on there. Like one of them was, well, how do you make money? How much money do you make when you sell your ads or you sell your information? And Zuckerberg's like, we don't sell information.
Yeah.
How do you make money? Well, we make money from advertisement.
Yeah.
How do you make the money from the selling the information? I just said from advertisement, you jackass.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I gotta find that quote. It's like so stupid. And they're talking about regulating it. Like that's the last thing we need. Yeah. For one thing, we don't need the government regulating any more than they already do. Or another thing, we don't need them regulating something they have no understanding of.
Yeah, I agree with you, but I in a different way, Breakman. Dungeon says I heard the Senate committee were asking how to set their VCRs. That's about the size of it. It was. I watched a little bit of that. Them grilling Zuckerberg about Facebook, and they really had no clue. I disagree in one way, Breakman. they should do a little bit of regulation when it comes to the type of advertising and the way that they use that Cambridge Analytica information to really influence a good chunk of voters that were on Facebook. That's the one thing that I think. If Facebook,
I don't see. The thing is, like, I think a lot of people think that they were influenced. I think that it was just confirmation bias for most of those people.
I don't think so.
I think the largest majority of people were looking for information against, like, Hillary. They weren't in there. Because there was no way those people were going to vote for Hillary in the first place, I think.
Well, possibly, but why are we going to let Facebook and a person like Zuckerberg run amok like that? Like, that's
no shit, but
hold on. I think that I know what Zuckerberg said. He said he's committed to changing things, etc. But do you trust people? Like, I
don't trust Zuckerberg because he's a gigantic
do
asshole.
Do you trust our government?
No.
If our government's trying to grill him on this, they should at least have a comprehension of the subject matter at hand so they could properly evaluate whether or not what he's doing is illegal shit.
And this goes to show that Congress, I think, is out of touch with American people. Because like you said, Break, half of those senators had no idea what the fucking internet does, let alone grilling Zuckerberg on Cambridge Analytica.
Okay, I found that when I was talking about. So this comes from Orrin Hatch, just a Republican. This was coming from both sides too. This wasn't just like stupid Republicans, ha ha ha, silly. It was Democrats were stupid too, and it's like, oh shit, like both parties don't know what's going on.
So they're both full of old people who don't know what the fuck to do with their lives.
Yeah.
So this one comes from Orrin Hatch.
They only know what to do with the money that they've been bribed to take from companies.
I know, and how many vacations they can go on in the Caribbean and on their yachts and whatever. So Orrin Hatch asks, so how do you sustain a business model in which users don't pay for your service? Senator, we run ads. I see. That's great, says Hatch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hatch is... I'm so glad Hatch is out of there. He is the epitome of what is wrong with Congress. I think they're so out of touch and old. They're way too old and out of touch to know anything when it comes to anything. Dungeon Buster says, I'm actually surprised it took this long for Facebook to get nailed on privacy. They've always been shit with privacy since the beginning. This is why I hate Facebook so much. And this is why it's so dangerous for Zuckerberg to have that much power with your information. It's not his information. It's yours. Like, that's what should be regulated.
If it weren't for the fact that I need Facebook to promote myself, I'd probably have gotten myself rid of it.
Yeah, I have a Facebook account, but there's very little. If you go to my Facebook account, there's very little information. There's nothing there. But yeah, Dungeon says... I
hate posting political tweets because then I'm worried whether or not any of my family members will say something stupid in response to it.
Dungeon says, someone suggested the senators should have asked their interns for what the right questions might be, because at least they would be in the right age bracket. I couldn't agree with that more. Like, the interns probably could have thought of 50 million better questions than what Congress... You know what Congress is looking like? Like it's outdated. Like the world is looking at our government and laughing, not only because we got a clown president running it, but we have an outdated, old-ass Congress that doesn't get anything done. What, Eric?
Don't forget countries like Russia, who seemingly want to relive the past and starting up a new arms race.
Well, no, this is about Putin acquiring more power for Russia.
Yep.
That's his one and only goal.
This
isn't about like reliving the past. This is about acquiring more power for the country.
We're gonna get into.
I mean, really, it's been in decline for a long time, and he's one of the guys who turned it around majorly. But then we all know how corrupt and crooked he is, and he's going to be basically a dictator because nobody's going to. I mean, he's reelected like 98% of the voting or votes or some shit like that.
We'll get into it for sure. But you have other stinkos, Breakman.
Okay, my other stinkos go to there was a child recently killed in a horrible freak accident, I guess in a Honda vehicle. So there's probably going to be some lawsuits with Honda. But the problem is he called 911 and gave his location.
Mm-hmm.
And it took the police about 6 hours to find him, even though he gave his information to him. And it turns out, like, apparently, for whatever reason, the 911 operator says she couldn't hear him when he gave the directions. And he gave his location and such. So the police looked around, apparently, and didn't see anything. And the kid kept calling back, and he's like, I'm in this vehicle, I'm in this location, and... another 911 fail, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
you hate to think like that. It happens every once in a while, and it's like, ugh.
Yeah. That reminds me of a medical malpractice situation that did happen in Russia, where a woman got formaldehyde injected to her instead of a saline solution.
Yep.
And died because of it.
Yeah. I agree with you, Break. It's just another in the long list of shitty things that police have done or not done in this case. So.
And if police have gone out of their way for the last couple of days to exonerate themselves, and I don't feel that way. I feel like they didn't do enough searching.
Yeah.
Like, because they knew in that area there was a van with somebody in distress.
Yeah.
So, they're like, well, this is just a prank call or something like that. They just... I don't think the cops did enough diligence, and we know the operator didn't do her diligence. It's just like... the adults failed this kid. And,
here's a question: why do we
died slowly? Apparently, and he knew his death was coming, and that's a pretty horrifying way to go. I guess
that's a bad
dying slowly like that.
Yeah, that's terrible, man. All right, you got another one, Break.
And another one goes to the Reds, who are the Reds haven't played 2 weeks of baseball yet. They haven't played 14 games yet. They are in double-digit losses already.
Oh no! I didn't even keep. I've been keeping up with the Rockies a little bit, but I didn't know what the Reds were doing. But it's early, man. It's early.
I know, but they've won 2 games and lost 11. No, they've lost 10. And they're about to lose 11. They're working on that.
What's wrong with them? What is it?
What
the
isn't
pitching?
wrong with them? That's the thing. Pitching has been terrible.
Yeah.
Hitting has been terrible.
Yeah.
Defense has been terrible. It's just it's been all around like a total failure.
Is it time to like trade somebody like Votto to get in?
No, there's nobody's gonna trade for Votto. But that's the thing with Joey. Like he always starts slow. Like his Aprils are slow.
Yeah.
But even at a slow April, he's still hitting 270. Like him and Scooter Gennett are the only ones that are hitting anything. I was looking at the stats, like Duvall, like this, he's supposed to be one of like the players of the future. He's hitting around 100.
Yeah.
The catcher's hitting around 100. The pitching, oh my God! Yesterday they brought out 2 rookies. The first rookie promptly gave up dual home runs, so they pulled him, and then the next guy loaded the bases and walked in 2 runs.
Oh, nice!
It's like oh my God, this pitching is the worst. Like what's the manager doing? Like he needs to pull this guy. Like this is embarrassing. Oh shit! There goes a home run.
This is good because I think we play the Reds.
What the? Oh my God! There's a fly ball. Just fell right in between 3 defensive players who did not get it. One of them could have got it.
It makes you wish that you had Phillips back.
I mean, he would help a little on the defense, but
yeah.
I mean, even if they had better offense, they'd still be losing because, like I said, that pitching last night.
Yeah.
The game was they were up by 1 run at that point, and they brought in these rookie pitchers. The first guy gives up 2, and then the next guy gives up. He first gave up 2, but it went from them being up by 1 to them being down by 9, I think.
So, needless to say, you're not making plans for October this year. Break.
No, they are definitely starting to make plans for October. If I were them, the Reds players like Aruba, Jamaica, something like that. Like those would be my plans right now.
Yeah,
so you're about ready to bust in the song.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Aruba, Jamaica. You know, "Ooh, I want to take you" kind of thing.
Yeah.
But the Rockies are doing okay. I think they were 7-7 last I checked. That's about par for the course for the Rocks. They always do it. For some reason they turn it on like the last month, and then you think they got a shot to make the playoffs, and they don't get there, except that 1 year. But this might be a different year. We got some decent pitching, even though they haven't pitched great, so whatever.
All right, it'll be a different year for baseball games.
Yeah. All right, Eric, your Stinko of the week.
My Stinko of the week is how Bandai Namco has bungled the naming of the newest My Hero Academia game, or rather the only one so far. But it's going to be called My Hero One's Justice, not even a colon to separate My Hero and One's Justice, because apparently they couldn't get rights to My Hero Academia.
Why?
Which
That's
is
stupid.
Because license holders are bullshit, I guess.
Yeah.
But anyways, it was bad enough that the series was called My Hero Academia over here, because that's a literal translation, and literal translations I know shouldn't be used, because a literal translation is a bad translation. And they could have gone with anything like I suggested, like this publisher should have done, and it should have been like My Hero School or My Hero Training Camp, or which is relevant because they do go to a training camp once or twice.
It actually looks cool. I'm looking at
My Hero University, My Hero Academy. That would have been a good analog to Academia, because Academy is just a fancy way of saying Academy.
Yeah. I like the way that this game looks. I do. It's kind of got a cel-shaded... I don't know what type of game it is. It looks like just a...
It's a fighting game.
Oh, it's a fighting game. Wow, that's even better, because you can like go on the side of buildings and shit. That's cool. I like that.
You should watch this show.
Yeah,
it's on
maybe.
Crunchyroll and Funimation now, and if you want to watch it dubbed.
Yeah.
Looks
good.
It's going to be available for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC.
Yeah.
Via Steam.
Yeah, it looks good. I wouldn't mind playing that. It looks fun. But
this is like they could have done what Koei Tecmo did in Europe, where they couldn't use the Attack on Titan name, so they just put AOT 2.
Yeah.
I think for the first game they went real weeaboo and used the Japanese game of Shingeki no Kyojin.
I always wondered why they wouldn't even just use the original Japanese. Like, I think we've gotten past the point of caring. I mean,
in this show, they could have gone the Wii route and called it Boku no Hero Academia.
Yeah, whatever. All right, is that it, Eric?
Yeah.
All right. Mine is just real quick. I just been having like a sore neck for the past week. It's been kicking my ass. I don't know what the hell's going on with my neck, but it's just been hurting. So that's
I blame Bridget.
What's that? You blame Bridget? Why you blame Bridget? She's laughing.
I'm not there.
Oh,
you know.
Yeah. So you're to blame, Bridget. That's what they're saying.
Oh,
you're.
poo.
All right. Let's move on to Sweeto's Breakman. Your Sweeto.
Well, it has finally, even though it was officially spring like a month ago, it's finally spring here in Ohio.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. All right. That's cool. Yeah, you guys have been having a hard time with harsh weather, and I'm looking outside right now, and there's a little bit of snow trickling down.
Ugh, snow.
Yeah, I know.
Snow is the worst.
Yeah, it is. It totally is. Hey, Eric, do you have a Sweeto this week?
The week's over.
There you go. Mine is, I got a couple. All right.
The first also Sweeto goes, so it's not snowing here.
Yeah. All right. My Sweeto of the week, I got two. Real quick. One is Paul Ryan is not seeking re-election, so that's a good thing, and it's that's having.
You know what? If I was a politician, I sure as hell wouldn't seek re-election. I'm out.
I know.
I can't deal with this.
But Paul Ryan's such a weasel. Like, usually you finish out another 2-year term if you're in that position, but he knows what's coming.
The guy before him didn't. I mean,
yeah, I know.
Well, he didn't. I might as well not either.
Yeah, but he's just a weaselly character, Paul Ryan. And then the reasons he gave is because he wants to spend more time with his family. No, the two reasons are he's going to make millions more as a fucking lobbyist, mark my words. And two, he gave the reason that he wants to spend more time with his family. Yeah, right, dude. Come on, man.
He probably almost never sees his family.
But he also sees that...
I'm guessing that means his mistress dumped him.
Yeah, probably. And the other reason he gave is because, his family. But in reality, he's leaving because the blue wave is coming, even though that doesn't really mean anything to me. But he knows that the Republicans are going to get killed in the midterms. But and I think he also doesn't see eye to eye with Trump. Which is weird because he kissed his ass. I mean, at first, Paul Ryan seemed like he was talking a lot of shit about Trump when he didn't think he was going to get the nomination. He gets a nomination, and then he fawned over Trump. And, he still fawns over
Who's Mr. Trump, sir? Let me fondle your ball, sir.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, I do have a sweeto.
Okay, hold on, Eric. Let me finish mine. And then, speaking of Trump, my other sweeto is the FBI raided Trump's personal lawyer, Cohen's office, and got a fucking treasure trove of information. So, what you were talking about earlier is relevant, Break. When you were talking about a dictatorship, this thing's going to break one of two ways. Either Trump is going to fire Mueller, or Mueller's going to bring the indictments and bring the whole house down.
He's not going to do that.
He's very depending on what
he's not going to do that.
Listen,
you watch the Jimmy Dore show on that video.
Just listen for a second before you speak, Eric. Apparently they've got the goods. They've got the goods because you don't go into a lawyer's office unless you have the goods. All right, that warrant had to be signed, dotted, T'd to a T. So I'm almost certain that Trump's days are numbered. Either Trump or Mueller's days are very numbered. And if I had to make a bet, I'm going to put my money on the true American Robert Mueller. And you know what? I wasn't a huge fan of Mueller before, because he has a lot of. He's a lifelong Republican. Policy-wise, I disagree with Republicans on probably 90% of things. But in this instant, I think Mueller is going to bring down the House. And I hope he does because, even Trump voters are feeling the burn right now. Not the base, but I'm talking those, what do you call it? Like the middle class, educated white people and obviously minorities, and they're starting to gain a lot of momentum of we made a mistake, this is not the guy for the job, and I don't want to be the one to tell these people I told you so, and I don't think anybody else should do that either. Anybody who knew Trump was going to be how bad he is now, we shouldn't be happy about this. It's probably going to be a sad day when all the shit breaks. And I know what Jimmy Dore is saying, Eric. I disagree with him slightly.
It basically amounts to, for people who don't know, it basically amounts to him taking so goddamn long with this investigation, and since he benefits from it, he's obviously not going to nail Trump on the things he finds, even if he has stuff. So he's going to try to nail him on other things that they can nail him for.
So what? So what if they do?
The thing, people criticize long investigations. That's the thing. You need to be thorough with an investigation. The problem with a lot of investigations is they don't spend enough time on them.
Yeah.
The thing is,
then the guys on the defense are able to find ways out of it.
Yeah. Yep.
The thing is with this though, is he probably did find stuff, and he's basically just sitting on it.
Well, right, but he's still investigating. Of course, he's sitting on it. He's not going to go. He's not. This is going to be a battle in the courts. This isn't a battle in the public eye.
Right.
Like, people wanting him to release details, like, that's not going to happen.
Right.
He has to do this in court.
Yeah.
Like, he can't release his details now, or Trump was going to find ways to counteract it.
Right. And I tell you what,
anybody who wants them to release information now doesn't know the basic, doesn't understand our courts at all, even slightly.
Here's another little interesting tidbit. Trump called Cohen on Friday, and it's not normal to call people when you're under investigation unless you have something to hide or you're trying to prod information. Nobody can tell me that Cohen, when the noose is tightening and Mueller's bringing him all this information and saying, you know what, if you get convicted, you're going to get 300 years or whatever, sentence there is, but you can get pretty much out of it if you give us the goods on Trump. I'm pretty sure Cohen's gonna break. I don't think anybody can stand that pressure. Even when Trump is supposedly thinking about pardoning everybody and their mother, that's the sign that he gave when he pardoned that other idiot that was pardoned. I can't remember his name. It's like Scooter something. He pardoned that dude. It's like, no, you don't get a free pass on this one, man. Like, you're either gonna get hard time or you're gonna give us the goods. And I tell you what, Trump has been corrupt for decades. I'm not talking a year or Libby. You're right, Breakman. Scooter Libby.
I didn't want to interrupt you.
No, that's okay. I appreciate that.
I don't understand what this tweet's about. Just brought in the guy with the air of 9. Is that a typo?
I don't know what that means either.
It's in the chat.
ERA.
ERA.
I'm talking about baseball.
Yeah. So Scooter Libby, Dungeon says, the guy who leaked Valerie Plum's name blowing her CIA. Oh yeah, that's right. That's what that dude was. And he should have been in trouble. I remember it was a whole Dick Cheney versus George Bush thing that happened. But Trump is freaking out, and he's probably in a corner, which makes him pretty dangerous. So this scenario that I told you guys way back when, remember when Mug was on and we were all discussing this, and I was saying we've got a couple of options here. Either Trump is going to be a dictator or he's going to be in handcuffs. And I don't see how it could go any way but one of those two scenarios.
Well, the first way isn't possible because term limits.
If you mean he can't be a dictator and just like, I mean, he's already
for like a limited dictator.
No.
But,
like he's a dictator with a time limit. Like that's just
no. Hold on. Who's to say that he doesn't just get rid of that rule if he becomes an authoritarian?
Everybody does.
Everybody can hope that, and we can take
we
to the
say
streets.
No, you can't do that.
Yeah, we can say that.
You can say that, but we don't abide by it.
Yeah, well, this president has proved beyond a shadow of a doubt he doesn't give a fuck what any of us thinks. So,
until we barge into the White House and remove him from office physically.
I wish. I hope the latter is the case. I hope there's some FBI people saying, Mr. President, I need you to put your hands behind your back. You're under arrest for A, B, C, D through Z. You know what I mean? And I hope they have all the goods, like super tight bad shit, which he's already like. How many bad things has he done to this country already? Like,
do you know lately that of course he's basically he basically put up the tariffs because he knew that the government could get more money that way, and his daughter's business won't be impacted by it.
Dungeon says he can't get rid of term limits unless Congress agrees to change the Constitution. What if he just ripped, like he's been doing anyways, Dungeon? I mean...
no, his executive orders, like, that's the thing. It's like he's tried to do stuff that's been going around the Constitution, and the courts have stopped him.
Look,
his fight with immigration, for instance, the courts have stopped him.
Let me give you a small example.
Just say whatever the fuck you want. You have to deal with other people.
He can't become a dictator. We've been over this a billion times.
No, let me give you a small...
I know, like, you think in your head that, like, he can just say, okay, term limits eliminated.
That's not...
I can only hope that Trump's gotten away with as much as he has lately because people have been giving him a large enough noose to hang himself with.
Hold on. I'm going to make a small point here, and it may make you think the way that I'm thinking, Break. It's a small thing, right? But I think it was one of the departments, the one that Mick Mulvaney is heading up now. Why is Mick Mulvaney in that position when the normal chain of command is the person that was right behind the leader that takes over when that person leaves? Why is it that Mick Mulvaney got put in there against all the rules and nobody said anything about it? That's what I'm saying.
He can appoint people to he can appoint people to positions.
And here's another thing. If Mueller gets fired, Breakman, we are in a full-blown constitutional crisis, which means anything can happen.
See, that's the thing, is he's been trying to fire him. He's been looking for ways to do it, and his lawyers have told him he can't. He's been actively trying to do it, Frank. He's been told he can't.
You want to know?
You seem to think like he has more power than he does.
No. Here's the deal.
Yeah, he's not a king
it's
yet.
Not. It's not. Hold on,
like
Eric.
It's not going along with
it's not.
Says.
It's not that I think he has more power. It's that he thinks he has more power. I understand what you're saying, Break. I know how the government works, dude.
Like, but there are other people telling him what he can and can't do. Like, he is able to get away with a lot of shit with executive decisions, but he isn't able to get away with as much as he thinks.
You know what he
has been stopped in a lot of ways.
You know what he's able to get done, Breakman? He's able to fire Jeff Sessions, which I never thought in a million years.
I really wish he would.
I know, I wish he would too, because I think Jeff Sessions is a piece of shit. But he's also has every right to get rid of Rod Rosenstein for whatever bullshit reason he thinks, and then he can appoint whoever he wants into that position. And do you think that guy is going to be the guy that he puts in there going to be kind to Robert Mueller and let him finish his investigation? That investigation goes by the wayside if that happens. And if that happens, who's to say that Trump can't take the next step? I'm not betting against it. I'm not betting against it.
I'm well aware of the fact that even after Trump leaves, he'll leave a stain in the country that we'll still be seeing after we've washed it.
Yeah, it's sad. And Dungeon makes a good point. Trump appointees approved the warrants on Cohen. I agree. I totally agree with you, Dungeon. Like Rosenstein is no friend of mine. He's a fucking lifelong Republican too. But I'm saying, who's to say that he doesn't put in somebody like Scaramucci into that position? You think Scaramucci's not going to do anything and everything that Trump wants? You know what I'm saying? I'm just using him as an example. Trump can put people in places.
And you're right. Bidding. Like, they've been doing stuff like that, and that's been going on. But the courts have fought them in a lot of ways. Trump hasn't gotten everything he's wanted. In fact, he hasn't got a lot of what he's wanted because the courts have said, no.
Yeah,
we've gotten
that. Like when undo the sanctions against Russia, that never happened.
No, we've definitely gotten
for instance, like we're talking about the his attacks on immigration. Like courts have said no, you can't do that, and have cut numerous times. The courts have stopped his ban on immigration.
And what is Trump doing now when in regards to immigration, since he can't do that? Which
he's sending guys down to a border who can't do anything but stand there.
Yes, I was going to say
that. And he's trying to get a wall built, which is a joke.
Yeah, it is a joke. No question about it. I mean, the whole thing is a joke.
I know when he builds it, he's going to use different colored Lego blocks. I just know it.
The Lego Movie 2, the
Dungeon saying
we're going to have like a gray wall, and then there's going to be a yellow block. Like, oh, god damn it!
Yeah, exactly. Dungeon says, I'm not doubting that he can put terrible people in powerful positions, see Ben Carson, but their power is still limited by our legislature.
Exactly.
But if we're in a constitutional crisis, our legislature means nothing. It means nothing. That's what I'm saying. Like, this is perilous territory that we're in. We're in territory that we haven't been in since Watergate, and I think it's even worse than Watergate, because I don't think this president's going to go down without a huge fight. And I mean, by that I mean,
not. But none of them have. Like,
yeah.
The only one who really got anywhere was where they really had anything on him just decided to quit.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. And this guy's not. That's one thing I say
and
about.
Then like and then they were able to, for instance, they were able to impeach Bill Clinton, but what did that amount to? They weren't able to remove him from office.
Yeah. Yeah. And see, I'm hoping.
But to be fair, like that was like his last year or something.
I know, and he was removed by term limits.
Yeah.
So we do have those to look forward to. He is not going to get to stay longer.
Yeah.
Like that's not happening. He's got what? 2 more years, and then God help us if he gets 4 more years.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you know, at the minimum, he's got 2.
Dungeon says impeach Legos. I don't know, man. I'm freaked out by
Poor
it.
Lego's blamed for everything.
Yeah, I'm kind of freaked out by
I can
it.
see him tweeting about that. Like everything else is going wrong, and he just starts tweeting out, "Oh, those damn Legos! Like if they're going against the country, they're un-American."
We gotta find some way to make Fox News do a story about Legos.
Yeah,
then I'll believe it.
Jesus Christ! Yeah, that is scary.
I'm trying to make America great again with these Lego walls, and they want to give me red pieces when I need gray.
This message was approved by Sean Hannity. You know, like type thing. All right, let's move on, guys. I have a quick lulls. I want to talk about something here.
Wait, my Sweeto first.
Oh, yeah, you're Sweeto. Go ahead.
My Sweeto is Billy Mitchell has been removed from his rankings.
Yep, but that's
and
cool.
And basically banned from participating in any kind of...
That's really sad because he does have legitimate, like, scores. Like, he's done things in front of crowds where it's like, holy shit. You know, like, there's a Pac-Man score that he did by, like, in a crowd. I mean, it was authenticated, so it's really sad that they're gonna just completely kick him out. And
they have to remove his scores because they don't know if they were the result of cheating or not.
Yeah, no, I agree with it.
But like banning him from like further like competitions, that's kind of overkill because now all he has to do is just play it straight.
I think
it's sad. It's
give him a time off like for like a year or 2 or something.
Yeah.
Like he's a gaming legend. Like he's a big name in gaming, and we don't have many big names in gaming. You know.
Yeah, but he's tainted. He's tainted me.
I'm not saying he isn't. Like we know he cheated on.
That's like saying. That's like saying. That's like saying.
No, I'm not. I'm saying it would be like if. I don't know. The Rock.
Here's the analogy I'm going to make.
He's going to go out one day and kick somebody's random ass.
No.
Just walking down the street and he says somebody and he's like, I'm just going to fucking pile drive this dude right here on the road.
Here,
it's like Wajima anywhere.
Oh my God, Rock! What are you doing?
No,
Rock! Don't pick him up and throw him into the car. Oh God, Rock! No.
Here's the analogy. Eric, hang on.
Wait, Dungeon Buster says, I think Twin Galaxies acted that way because the organization has been accused of cronyism in the past in respect to Mitchell.
Yeah.
So they did it because they felt like they didn't want to get in trouble if they didn't.
Here's the analogy.
I think our former network had a lot to do with that, actually.
Yeah.
Because honestly, if you like watch what was going on, there wasn't a lot of scrutiny before them.
Yep.
And Billy Mitchell wasn't hated until the
King of Kong.
King of Kong.
Yep.
Until the King of Kong documentary, but Twin Galaxies was never like indicted.
To be fair, King of Kong was like had a narrative that they were trying to push, and that might have helped.
Definitely did.
But here's
and Billy Mitchell really did play up the role as the bad guy in that. It was a good documentary.
Yeah, I like that documentary quite a bit. Here's the analogy I'm going to bring you. It's like that one Olympic sprinter from Canada. What was his name? He was real famous. He got busted for doing doping up before his races, and they took all his gold medals away, and they said you cannot compete from this point on because you can't trust that he's going to try to get around the system again. And I feel the same way about Billy Mitchell. You can't trust that dude's not going to cheat. So fuck it, that's what you get. I mean,
I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm just saying like.
If he participates in a competition, it has to be like a public event because then he can't have the opportunity to cheat.
Yeah,
it's kind of like it's kind of like the fall of Hulk Hogan. It's because Hulk Hogan, he's so cool and stuff like that, and he did so many amazing things, but then
he's so racist, and now he has to sue Gawker into basically oblivion.
Dungeons.
It really, it's really tainted, and
it is totally tainted.
It ruins everything he's done.
But he's an insane Christian guy.
And trust me, Billy Mitchell's
it ruins everything everything good he accomplished.
And trust me, Billy Mitchell's not hurting for money, so don't cry a river for him. He's going to be just fine.
Shitty hot sauce to sell.
Yeah. Dungeon says Steve Weeby's now the first to make $1 million in Donkey Kong with Mitchell's removal. I don't
know if I've ever seen this hot sauce anywhere.
I have not either.
It's basically sold in his state, but that's why.
All right, here's my lulls. The other day, my lovely counterpart and I were on the side of our house just chilling, listening to music, and I was looking up at the sky and the next house over, and I was like, man, that bird has been there forever, just looking at it.
It
did. Hold on. So I'm looking at it, and I'm like, man, that, it was cool. Like, that bird was just chilling there, just fucking breathing in the fine, mile-high air, if you get my drift. And so Bridget looks up, and I look over, and I say, damn, that bird's been there forever. And she goes, that's a bird? I thought it was a piece of wood just up there. And so I was looking at her just laughing. I'm like what? It's a bird. Trust me, it's a bird.
It's breathing. It's a bird.
Yeah, exactly. And about that time, the bird just took off. So she was like, oh, it's a bird. I'm like, yeah.
Flying wood.
All right. We got a couple quick topics to talk about on Free For All this week. My topic is this. Since it's Friday the 13th, I would like to go around the horn as usual on Friday the 13th and find your favorite scary movie and your favorite game. And I will start with Eric. Your favorite scary movie and your favorite scary game.
Well, most recent memory of that, I'd probably have to go with A Quiet Place.
Okay, and your game?
And my game would probably still be Resident Evil 4.
Ooh, good choice, man. That's a great game.
I mean, it's not scary, but it's I think fun, it is. And I like the atmosphere of the castle area.
Yeah. No, that's a great choice. That's a scary game for sure. What about you, Break?
Well, I mean, I wasn't scared, but it is different, creepy, and it has this tense and atmosphere to it.
No, that's a good choice. All right, Break Man, you're up. Nothing. We get nothing from Break. Did Break take off? I think Break had to tinkle. So, I will tell you my favorite game.
He had to go get high.
Somehow. Yeah, he had to get high. Let's see. My
Still
favorite.
Look for that bird, isn't he?
Yeah, exactly. He's like, whoa, there's a bird that got high. Okay, my favorite game has to be Friday the 13th, the NES. No, I'm just kidding. That's not my favorite. That game's. Although I do have a good nostalgia.
Terrible horror games from the NES era. Let's see, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah. Nightmare on Elm Street wasn't terrible. That was actually a decent one. Friday the 13th was god awful.
Oh yeah, there's also Monster Party.
Yeah, and Adam's Family was on there. There's a bunch of NES ones.
Adam Sandler for the NES is awful.
I have.
If you're gonna play one of those, I'd all play the SNES version.
I have a couple. I really like Silent Hill 2. I think it's that game for atmosphere doesn't get much better, and I think like if I was to go more modern, there's a couple others like Alien Isolation's pretty fucking scary, and Dead Space. I really really like Dead Space. Dead Space is to me a great game.
Silent Hill 3 is also a good choice.
Yeah, Silent Hill 3.
Dead Space is a really good game. My only problem with Dead Space is all the bosses are pretty much the same.
Yeah. You know what else is scary is I only played a little bit of it, but Outlast. Holy shit, is that game scary? And how about
Outlast 2 came to Switch, I think.
Yeah, I'll give you one more quick one. Let's see, it was I lost my train of thought. And if I was to do a movie, my favorite scary movie of all time, oh my god, there's so many. But I'd have to. Oh man, that's a tough choice. I like Halloween. I think Halloween's my favorite scary movie.
And for another game that I want to suggest is Corpse Party, the original Corpse Party.
That's a good one. Yeah, that's a great one.
Not the original. I mean, like the first game in the series. Like after that's Book of Shadows, and after that's Blood Drive, which was apparently not that great.
Wasn't that like the visual novel type game?
The Book of Shadows was like the pure visual novel, and the other one was like visual novel / RPG engine, but RPG Maker engine, but like you explore stuff, but it's mainly a visual novel.
Yeah. Dungeon says Dead Space fun, his favorite there. All right, Break, you're up.
Now, Dead Space had some like innovative things at the time too. Like, I really loved the menu system for Dead Space.
Yeah,
instead of a traditional menu, it was made that your character was looking at the menu.
Yep. Your character. Yep. The HUD was awesome in Dead Space. I wish more people would use that. And
my favorite addition was there was a button that showed you your goal.
Yep. Yeah, I like that.
Oh my god, more games need that.
Yeah.
Even though I have a copy, I should probably play Dead Space 3 and attempt to sell it.
Eesh, Dead Space 3 is not fun. It's not very good. Dead Space 1 and 2 are great games. 3 not so much.
You play the Dead Space game, which is a rail shooter?
I did. Extraction. I liked it.
That's a good game.
Yeah, it's a good game. I liked it.
I played it on the Wii for a bit, but I haven't played the HD version.
Yeah, it's fun.
I played it on the Wii, and it was a good game.
Yeah,
I really like that.
I played on the Wii, and also I got a free copy on something else. I can't. Maybe the PS3.
On Dead Space 2's physical release, you mean?
I think so. Yeah. All right.
It's like a part of the disc. I think it's like you have to install it separately.
No, I think it was a separate disc, if I'm not mistaken. Breakman, your favorite scary game and movie?
Does Ghostbusters count?
No, does not.
Dead Space Extraction on the 360 might be the separate disc version, because on the PS3 it was on the PS3 disc.
So we've already talked like 1,000 times. Like my favorite scary games is The Suffering, but I can't think of what my favorite movie then. Maybe I really love Tremors.
Is Suffering on the backwards compatibility list?
It is not. Suffering's not on the backwards compatibility, which sucks.
I own the second one, but I never got a chance to actually really.
What about Castlevania Curse of Darkness?
Yeah, that counts. That's a good one. Yeah. Okay.
But I
was asking if that was on the backwards compatibility.
Oh,
I have no idea.
Not sure.
No idea. I'd have to look for the list.
I wish the darkness.
I don't feel like
I wish the darkness would go backward. I know 2 is backwards compatible, but 1 is not, and that sucks, man. I found both those games at GameStop for like, one of them was like $5, the other one was like $3, and I'm like, man, I really want to get those games, but they're not backward compatible. So, all right. We got another little quick free-for-all here. Since it's Friday the 13th, Eric, you want to do this one?
Oh yeah. Neil deGrasse Tyson and his bullshit. I'm done with it. Basically, he did tweets related to the Friday the 13th because he has to be that guy that does the but actually.
Yeah.
And just suck the fun out of anything, any topic that could be considered fun. Like a couple months back, maybe back when Force Awakens came out. Like he complained. He basically got on Twitter to say in all the ways that the science is wrong in Star Wars. The science fiction being a keyword, is wrong.
Yeah, I think he suffers what a lot of intellects suffer from is that they know more than everybody in the room. So you're right; they kind of suck the fun out of it.
But they have to let everybody know.
Yeah. You know who else is like that?
And it's like they've forgotten how to interact with people.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's like inferiority complex or narcissism.
It's not inferiority or narcissism. It's more like he's so obsessed with truth and facts that there's no room for the ability to just enjoy things.
Yeah,
well, that sounds like narcissism.
Yeah,
he's
it is.
So obsessed, like he's
but narcissism is about self-obsession.
Right, but that's what he's doing though.
I think he's doing this because it's just a part of his brain chemistry rather than he actually likes himself.
I actually like Neil deGrasse Tyson for numerous reasons. I'm not going to not listen to Neil deGrasse Tyson.
But not just liking yourself, but liking your world and your thought process and your version of the world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he's kind of enforcing his views on everyone else.
Yeah. Well, he's not even doing that. He seems a little arrogant at times. I think it's more of an arrogance than anything. But I like it. Dungeon says, I think he recently mentioned that Netflix didn't have Armageddon in a tweet, and then Netflix tweeted back that it was there now so you could ruin it for everyone. Yeah.
Basically, the tweet was, if you do a full calculation, you'll find that Friday the 13th is no less rare on the calendar than Thursday the 12th. So it's not important. So...
Well, it's not important to him. Here's where
so we should make like Thursday the 12th a scary day too, or a different holiday.
Here's where I disagree.
Or we should make all Friday the 13th days scary days.
Here's where I kind of disagree.
Let's just make every Friday scary.
Yeah. Here's where I disagree with Neil deGrasse Tyson a little bit on this. Right?
Anytime Hold on, Eric. 5 shows up, scary day.
Yeah. Here's where I disagree with Neil deGrasse Tyson a little bit. All right. Every Friday the 13th, you guys have known this. I've done this every year since, and that's been, 10 years, 11 years that Grinders has been in existence. Every Friday the 13th, I always play, something Friday the 13th related for the intro. I always ask you guys what's your favorite movie, your favorite game, horror game. So there is significance when it comes to little life's pleasures, right? It's like 420 for somebody that's into weed. That date means something. Friday the 13th means something to horror fans because it's one of the greatest horror franchises of all time. So
May the 4th for Star Wars fans.
May the 4th. Yep. May the 4th.
I'm a lifelong Star Wars fan, but I think that's.
Can I tell you a real world story that I had that kind of parallels this one?
Go ahead.
It's like the people who think Jedi is a religion.
Yeah. Yep. Go ahead, Eric.
I talked to somebody on Twitter about their birthday, congratulating them happy birthdays, and one of the persons this person follows, I'll not name them just to protect them from people getting angry storm because it happened like months, maybe even years ago. But basically congratulated them a happy birthday because it was their birthday. But he didn't really care, and he says, "I don't really celebrate my birthdays because I don't see the significance in it." But he went into the spiel as to why, and it just came across as a smug excuse.
Yeah, Bridget says something actually really cool.
Neil's basically that guy, only he's not smug about it. It's just a matter of fact for him.
Yeah. Bridget says it's fun. It's a fun excuse to watch all the Friday the 13th movies, which we're doing. Yeah, we're in the middle of that. Friday the 13th marathon. So yeah, no, that's the the whole thing.
Here's a quote for a critic that one of the people on Twitter who reacted to his statement was says Neil deGrasse Tyson's bullshit is worth criticizing because he popularizes a rhetoric which he can promote factually, objectively wrong things from a faulty basis. That basically means that he's missing the point of what's being discussed.
Yeah. I mean, I understand Neil deGrasse Tyson's point as well. Like, Friday the 13th is no more significant than Thursday the 12th, but it's significant.
But that's not what people are talking about and why they're talking about it.
Right. It's more about, like, the horror community really revering that day as a day to watch scary movies or whatever.
It kind of seems like that guy's just like, what kind of weird thing can I say today that'll get people up in arms?
Yeah.
What can I do? What can I say today that'll piss people off?
Yeah.
Here's another quote that's actually pretty funny. He said, I swear to God, this Twitter account is just a fucking meme at this point.
Yeah. I'm just reading the chat a little bit. All right.
And it says one microbiologist said, your bio should say, special skills, ability to suck the fun out of any room.
Yeah. Yep. That's about all we got today, guys, unless you have anything else. Do you have anything else, Break?
Actually I do.
Oh, okay.
I have a slight review, and I don't know if you guys want to go into spoilers or not. We can definitely do that.
Depends on what.
Well, it's not old, but it's not it's not new. But it's the first of first of 3 movies I need to watch this month.
Okay.
For Ragnarok.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Great movie. Okay.
Yes, it's really funny. I don't know if you want to do spoilers or not on it.
Yeah, it's a little too young. It's just
it just came out on video, but
yeah, it's been a year since the movie released though, so it's like practically a year.
No.
So the next one I need to see obviously is Black Panther, and
that's a
by the end of the month.
Is that still in theaters? Because you got a shot if it is.
It is. But next is Infinity War, so I gotta see that quick. You know what I mean?
Even if it wasn't, you could probably go to a value cheapo theater and see it there.
Black Panther is still going strong. It's still top 5 at the theater.
Yeah.
So
it's
they won't be able to keep much longer though, because Infinity War is in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I don't think they can keep 2 Marvel movies in the theater at the same time.
We'll see.
I think they messed up by bumping that movie up.
I agree.
It was supposed to come out in May, and I think they made a mistake by.
They didn't want to cannibalize Solo sales, so that's why they did that.
I think they're doing just fine because Black Panther is the number 3 movie all time domestically. So
yeah. Speaking of that, do you think Solo will be a good movie or not?
I'm mixed. I don't know what to think about that movie. I'll wait till the reviews come out.
The guy playing Solo to kind of he sells me on the role, but his appearance doesn't sell me.
Yeah.
I don't know if he sells me on the role yet or not, but I'm sold on Donald Glover as Lando.
Oh hell yes, I am.
Freaking sold on that.
Yeah.
I want to see
Danny Glover's kid.
Yep.
Yeah. He's
no,
done a
it's
lot.
not Danny Glover.
He's a rapper. He's a writer, director, and actor. That guy's
super talented.
Yeah, like he is beyond talented, and he's selling this role. So I'm definitely looking forward to that.
I'm looking forward to that.
Maybe you'll make a Lando movie next.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Maybe. For Ragnarok, back to that.
Yes,
it's a fun movie. It's the third Thor movie, and this one. Unlike the second one, you know what? This is actually the second Thor movie because the second, what was that called? Dark World or something was really Loki movie. Yeah. This one is Thor's movie.
Yeah.
The plot of that movie sucked anyway.
No, it was okay.
They changed some.
It was more or less a vehicle just for Loki to be awesome. Like Break says. Yeah. It didn't have to be a good plot. That's why.
Pretty much. I 100% agree with that. I like that movie, but it wasn't. It was thin on plot.
Yeah.
This one I think was more rich on plot because of really because of the Hulk and what was going on with him, and they keep us kind of quiet as why is he was the Hulk for 2 years.
Yep.
Type thing like that. We're kind of they want us to kind of think about that a bit more.
I almost forgot that. The things that happened in Adventures 2 are why he's there in the begin with.
But I was gonna say the Hulk is more of a two-dimensional character in this one.
Yeah.
He gets to voice his opinion, and you get to see kind of some emotions from him and such.
More
for
than
the
a
first time.
two-dimensional character, you mean?
Yeah, 3-dimensional.
Did I say 2-dimensional? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Anyway, so usually he doesn't say much if he says anything at all. Yeah. Which movie didn't he say anything? Was that?
The first Avengers,
Yeah, the
except
first
Puny
Avengers.
God.
No. There was one he didn't say anything. Was that?
That would probably be just
Ultron?
the Incredible Hulk.
Was that Age of Ultron?
It could have been
I
Age of Ultron.
I think
yeah.
he might have said one thing, but that's like it might have been a grunt rather than an actual thing he said.
All right, Break. Go ahead.
So, anyways, it's a really good movie, and I think it's really satisfying as far as the conclusion of really of the Four's story of him and his father and his brother and all their, the family story, because this story adds. They changed the plot. They change a character, and instead of being Loki's daughter in the comic, they change Hela to be Thor's sister.
Yeah, yeah.
Which was an interesting change, which made really this more again. The Thor movies have really been about his relationship with his father and with his brother and such like this, and now it adds a sister in the mix.
Yeah, I like that movie quite a bit.
Yeah.
Did you see the stingers at the end? Break.
Yes. Oh, and what was with Jeff Goldblum when he was auditioning for the role? He was like, "So how do you want me to do this character? Whatever you want."
Yeah.
Well, what do you mean? Like, well, just do whatever.
Yeah.
Like, so Jeff Goldblum was probably like, "So you want me to?"
I'll just be a more neurotic version of myself.
You just want me to be myself, maybe.
Yeah.
Just talk like that. Yes, do that.
Yeah.
Just go with it.
Well, when Jeff Goldblum gets a role, he gets to do anything he wants. Period. So I mean,
well, this role in particular, it was like, do whatever you want.
Yep.
Is this good if I go completely over the top and I add 4 inches to my height and I go that crazy over the top? Yeah. Yes, Mr. Goldblum. Yes.
Is he going to be in the Avengers Infinity War movie?
God, I hope he shows up again.
I hope so, too.
My God, he was awesome.
Yeah, he was great in that movie, man.
Goldblum was like basically the second coming of Raul Julia.
He was the most over the top character in the Marvel universe so far. And he was just relishing in it. Like, it's like you picked the perfect actor to just go over the top with.
Yeah, and that's a great role.
Gary Busey's like the only other crazy guy I can think of just going completely over the top.
Oh my God! Speaking of Gary Busey, I just saw. Actually, there's breaking news, guys. Trump's going to speak about Syria tonight. So we'll probably be at war real soon. But, yeah.
So did Gary Busey play the Fung 2 in Galaxy?
No, he
whatever
played...
his name was.
He did play the Ginger Dead Man. I don't know if you've ever seen that, but he's in that. He's the voice of the Ginger Dead Man, which...
So it's like the Gingerbread Man, but evil.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean... Gary Busey wasn't the best example because he is genuinely crazy, whereas I don't think Jeff Goldblum is.
Oh, Jeff Goldblum's crazy. He's crazy. He's not bad.
I don't think I should say I don't think he's as crazy.
He's crazy, but he's not crazy. Freak out and
he's not.
That's what I mean. Like, he's not as crazy as Gary Busey.
Right.
I don't think anybody is as crazy as Gary Busey.
He's not Gary Busey crazy, but he's crazy. All right. So did you say you saw Black Panther or you didn't?
Not yet. That is next.
You got to go to the theater.
Infinity War, which comes out in 2 weeks.
2 weeks. I'm going to see it on a Thursday. They have a special screening here where you can get, for $20, you can get a 3D viewing, large popcorn, and a commemorative coin. So I'm going to go see it on Thursday.
Do they do like movie passes?
No.
In your area? Because they don't do that around here. But movies are cheap enough that that's not a problem.
Yeah, every once in a while they do. All right, Break, did you have anything else?
Good movie. Give it a thumbs up. Recommend.
Yeah, for sure. It's a great movie.
Marvel individual series of movies. I think the Captain America are the best. but I think 4 are right next to it, right behind them.
Yeah, that's a tough call, man. The Captain America movies were fucking phenomenal.
That's what I'm saying. Like they're the top.
Yeah.
But I think these definitely kicked the shit out of the Iron Man movies.
I like the Iron Man 1 and 2. 3, I'm not. I'm gonna.
I wasn't a big fan
that,
of 2 even.
I liked the first Captain America movie, but it's also at the same time it's not.
Yeah. And
it's also kind of eh.
Well, the first Avenger movie, like, what the fuck happened to Red Skull?
Yeah, he's gone, dude. Don't you remember?
They just like kind of moved on from him and like forgot he existed completely. They didn't kill him in the movie.
Oh yeah, he got killed. He was off. That the Tesseract got him in Captain America 1, I believe.
Like I never saw him die. Like is what I'm saying. I'm saying they just kind of like. He's dead. Let's go on.
They gave you the impression he died. They didn't out and out say it, but yeah, I know what you're saying, Break. There was no like, oh, I see he died right there type deal. No.
I mean that's fine. It's a cinematic universe. Like we don't expect any of these villains to come back from their conflicts.
Yeah.
Because they'll just use another villain.
Well, that's the thing. Marvel has a big time problem with villains that I hope gets solved with this Marvel Fox deal coming down, Disney, Fox, whatever. But you know.
Oh yeah, like speaking of Marvel's Capcom Infinite sucked. So will they even make a 5th one? And will the 5th one actually have X-Men in it now?
Maybe we'll see. All right, let's do our plugs. Breakman, your plugs, please.
You can follow me at break_man and at RPGrinders on Twitter, and that's it.
All right.
That's all you can follow me at.
And
that's it. Leave me alone.
That's
I'm just kidding. Please send me something on Twitter, please.
Eric, your plug, sir.
You can find me on sites for reviews on sites I've written for, like BostonBastardBrigade.com, TotallyGN.com, HonestGamers.com, and VogNetwork.com. And there's also my YouTube channel, Funny Too Man, and you can find me on Twitter at EricRPG.
All right. My plugs are as follow. Dungeon Buster was in chat. Thank you very much, Dungeon. Bridget was in chat. Thank you, Bridget. She's sitting right
welcome.
here. You're welcome, she says. All right. And then you can get me on any of the systems. It's RPGrinders with capital RPG.
Any except for the Switch, because you don't have that.
Yeah. But I think I still have an account on Nintendo.
The Nintendo Network ID.
Yeah. So you can find me there. And what else? That's about it. We're live every Friday, so if you want to join the chat, please do so. Friday at 7 on YouTube or Twitch. Either will work. I look at both chats. So that's about it. Anything else you guys got?
Don't tweet Neil deGrasse Tyson unless it's to him.
Yeah.
Tell him exactly. What somebody needs to do is they need to meet him in person and tell him exactly what the fuck is wrong with him.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
So I don't think anybody's actually done that.
Yeah. Let's have a safe Friday the 13th weekend, everybody. Stay safe out there. We want to see you back here next week. Until then, we are out. Later, everybody. All right, Dungeon, thanks so much for joining. We really do appreciate you, my man. Have a good Friday the 13th, dude. And everybody listening out there, thank you guys so much. We appreciate you listening, tuning in, wherever you are. Thank you so much.